In summers, we hosted Friday night movies on the screened-in back porch for our neighborhood kids. Kate made the popcorn and served the pop. Every year, Kate made flyers for the annual neighborhood 4th of July parade and served treats at the parade finish line. Kate attained her professional and human resources certification by attending classes in the evening and studying whenever time would allow. And Kate continued to decorate for and had an outfit for every holiday of the year. She always had holiday candy in the dish at home or at work, and she never missed sending a holiday or birthday card to a family member or close friend. But the numbness and tingling never went away. To her girls' night out card group, Kate was known as the catalog queen. At work, she was known as the policy and procedure queen. But everyone knew Kate as the Queen of Halloween. Among her holiday decorations every October, Kate would add to the gallery of our family photos on the buffet an 8x10 of this distant Eastern European relative. For several years, we hosted a holiday party for the neighborhood kids. It was Kate and Maggie's idea. Every Halloween, our basement was transformed into a spook and fun house they had decorated, featuring Kate in her witch's costume, complete with broomstick and crooked nose, waiting to greet arrivals at the bottom of the darkened staircase. After a few years, the kids got used to seeing Kate, the witch. So we bought a smoke machine with a foot pedal, and if Kate thought the kids weren't just a little scared by her appearance, she stepped on that pedal and a jet of smoke shot straight out at them. It would scare well, let's just say it was pretty effective. Although there had been other attacks, in August of 1995, Kate had a very serious MS attack. She couldn't walk, had trouble moving her arms. She had bladder problems, and her speech was affected. She was forced to use a wheelchair. She had extensive rehab and was off of work for weeks. As Kate was recovering, we ran into a friend of ours who, upon seeing Kate in a wheelchair, exclaimed, "What happened?" It always amazed me how many people did not know Kate had MS. At that time, she never gave a hint of it to anyone, despite having to focus on putting one foot in front of the next with every step she took. She also never talked about the banding rib cage pain like a lasso pulled too tight around her torso, or the sharp pain in her right elbow that signaled the possibility of a serious exacerbation where antibodies gone wild might begin attacking the very nervous system they were supposed to be protecting. And the numbness and tingling never went away. There was no upside to Kate's MS. However, there were certain advantages to having someone in a wheelchair when you were attempting to get on the newest thrill ride at an amusement park. Most parks have special ride entrances for people with disabilities that get you right to the front of the line. Needless to say, Kate rode every ride and helped provide us with these memories. I'm particularly fond of this one. This is the Superman ride at Six Flags Great America. You're harnessed in, including your feet, and then tilted forward to assume the flying position. I like to think of this as the Superman ride meets Superwoman. MS would not deny Kate these moments, nor this moment at Niagara Falls, or this trip to the Statue of Liberty Kate seems to be wearing as a crown, or this cruise voyage on vacation. In 2002, Kate became the HR director at St. Joseph Regional Medical Center. In 2003, with cane in hand, Kate coached the Corpus Christi 6th grade girls volleyball team. In 2004, she became Comp and Benefits Director for the Med Center Corporation. And she took time to serve on the Grade School Home and School Association Board. One Saturday morning in October of 2004, Kate woke up to discover that she couldn't see out of her left eye. There was no warning, no preceding triggering symptom. She just had a big smudge where the vision in her left eye had been the night before. Gradually, she regained some peripheral vision in her left eye. However, she remained legally blind in that eye for the rest of her life. No one really knew about it because Kate never spoke of it publicly or privately. And the numbness and tingling never went away. Kate believed laughter was the universal antidote, and she continued to laugh at her MS as she fought her disease. She came home from work one day and told me that she had fallen at work. Then she started to laugh. She described to me what happened. She tripped, and the coffee cup that always seemed to be permanently attached to her right hand went flying with the accompanying shattering noise as she and it hit the floor. Within seconds, she was surrounded by the entire HR department, none of whom having a clue what to do next. She was staring up at them, and they were staring back down at her. I think eventually they did come to her aid. Kate picked herself up and went right back to work. She thought this was very funny. One day in December 2004, Kate stayed home from work because she felt nauseous, but she wasn't running a fever. Despite how she felt, she decided that we would not cancel our plans to look at a home that we were considering building. 48 hours later, Kate was in the hospital, unable to move her legs, having difficulty moving her arms, her bladder wasn't functioning, and her speech was slurred. An MRI revealed a significant number of new lesions on her brain, and according to her doctor, it didn't look good. Kate was in the hospital for Christmas and New Year's, almost 4 weeks altogether. She was going to be released earlier, which would not have been a good thing, because it meant that because she couldn't walk, they couldn't do anything for her. But on the day she was going to be released, she pulled herself up behind a walker with her weenie arms, as she called them, and literally willed herself forward, taking one step, then another, and another, and another, until the rehab doctor who was observing said, "I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. But congratulations, you now qualify for in-hospital rehabilitation." This photo was taken while Kate was in the hospital. She swore me in the position that I now hold as county treasurer during that stay.